Thanks to Linux, we're able to use open source technology to gather your information. Equipped with just a computer.
Hi everybody, thanks for coming out. I'm Ernesto Gomez, and my colleague Dave Mitchell is running a camera back there. We were the third colleague. We developed this prototype. This is a prototype that can be it's modular, and it can be utilized to show videos in any location dependent upon power. If you had a generator, you could run it out in those trees out there if you wanted to. But I think the beauty of this design, and it's so great to see it actually in a viable area, it's going to be functional. It's been a year-long process. We were funded through ICE, through UGA, but I really feel that this prototype could actually go somewhere. They could actually be utilized by artists. This whole thing is 3 panels. Again, it could be 100 panels if you wanted to. Each panel runs a total dollar value of probably about 30 to 40 bucks. So I think it's very affordable to any artist to build this thing. And that was paramount to our design. It had to be affordable for artists to build and to transport. It breaks down to each individual rail. You can drive it in that passenger car right there. You ran the rails from the dashboard to the back. So any artist, you don't need a truck, any big vehicle. That was also a part of our design. Hello, my name is Ernesto Gomez. I'm a graduate research assistant for ICE at the University of Georgia, and we're standing in the sculpture department of the University of Georgia. We're going to go into the wood shop to build the rails for the AMT. It's the Adjustable Media Theater. It's a very affordable way to present video. It is a room, and it's actually a presentation screen as well. And we're going to make it very cheaply, and I'll show you how to do it with a few simple tools. Hello, we're in the University of Georgia wood shop now, in the sculpture department. I have standard 2x4s here, 2x4x8s. Make sure they are a true 8 foot and not a stud length. We're going to rip these in half on the table saw. Okay, we're going to set the blade. Notice how I raise it to exceed the 2x4. That is just about perfect. The teeth exceeding the top of the wood, rising above the wood. Say it again. I'm setting the blade so the teeth rise above the wood. You want to make sure you get a clean cut all the way through the 2x4. Now I'm going to set the fence to the proper dimension. We are set in 1 1/8 inches on the fence. Now we can rip our 2x4 and cut them exactly in half. Okay, we're at the chop saw now. We've elected for a 6 foot long rail. We're going to make them 7 feet high by 6 feet long. You can make any size you want up to 8 feet, because this is an 8 foot 2x4. I'm going to chop 2 feet off of it. We feel this lends to a stronger panel. When you go 8 feet, there's issues with it having strength in the center. Make my mark at 72 inches. 6 feet. These brackets come pre-drilled with 2 holes. I recommend buying these and then actually using both screws. Don't just use one. 2 is always better than 1. Okay. I recommend using a square to make sure that your you're at a 45-degree angle, you don't want it on the line, it'll stand funny. Always check it with a square. I think we definitely needed to do a little something extra. All right, applying the muslin, or whatever fabric you elect to use. So we found this one might be, there's one that's just a little bit short. We'll see if it's the one.
Do you happen to know where Scott got the muslin?
I think Hancock fabric.
Oh,
So, like, yeah, and many fabrics are,
Oh, let's see.
yeah, I think this is going to work fine. Okay. I have the luxury of a very large table, which allows me to squat down. If at all possible, try to get the fabric to wrap around the top of the frame. And this piece is really, really tight. So matching the frames. I don't want to pull it too hard initially. I'm going to end up too shy on one side. So I'm going to tack this side on. Work my way around it. Wrapping around the inside. I'm using a staple gun with 3/8 staples. Now this is where we add tension. I start in the center and work my way to one end. But you can do whatever you want. I'm putting a staple initially about every 12 inches. And I'll go back in, fill in the gaps. All right, now this piece was really tight because I started at one end. Very conservatively, I was able to use this whole piece of fabric. I wouldn't recommend cutting it. You definitely want them to be bigger than your frame so you can wrap around the side. Right, I work side to side, and I stopped just shy of the corners. It gives me a little bit of play to pull. So now I'm going to do the sides. I start in the center, and that just seems to work for me. Now let's look at our slack. I've got plenty of slack on that side. We want about 4 inches. So I can pull this a little tighter. Again, I'm dropping a staple about every 12 inches on the back side. I'm going to rotate. And you can see it's pretty taut. Now this last portion is where I really get some tension. You want it to be, you don't want to be super tight, but you want it to be taut. And I'm going to go in and iron out all the little wrinkles like that. You don't want to put so much tension that it pulls in the frame. That is not the idea. They're not going to be even. You would go in and tighten up the corners. Just the top of the screen. And because it can wing out each side, because it's 3 panels, we can cordon off visually the rest of the gallery. So the viewers are on the outside looking into the gallery from the loading dock. There's a hinge system, 3 panels. It fits in the back of a small truck easily. Each panel weighs no more than 15 pounds. It actually breaks down into smaller pieces. I elected not to do that for ease of setup, but each one of these right angles can actually be broken down. So you can see the stylized setup of the AMT for Africa and Athens, Georgia.
Thanks to Linux, we're able to use open source technology to gather your information. Equipped with just a computer,